So it's another round of Super League done, and this weekend Warrington's focus changes to the Challenge Cup. However, everyone would love a quiet weekend in Rugby League, but that is never ever the case. We've got Leigh to preview again. Lessons might be learned, lessons might not be learned. Let's see where we go. And Adam, welcome back to the podcast this afternoon.
Yeah, thanks Rob. Thanks. Hello everyone. Welcome back to a very sunny Warrington. I think this is going to be what we're going to be saying every week now. We're actually outside of the Padgate Village Club again, enjoying a nice cold pint of Pepsi Max. But yeah, like Warrington made a statement on Saturday, and they did it in truly good fashion.
Yeah, it's a statement of the highest order as well, Adam. 42-6. Not many balls dropped. Good completion rate. Good meters made. Worked together as a team, and really, that performance probably said a lot more about what Warrington can do than what they did against Castleford 2 weeks ago. Yeah,
as we know, like I've said in the podcast before, like we have a habit of letting previous Warrington players score against us, and I'm so glad we kept Josh Charnley quiet. I don't think he had even a sniff of the ball on Saturday, and we actually kept him quiet, and we defended really well.
No, absolutely, and I think we scored some superb tries. Matty Ashton in particular, couple of nice tries, nice intercept from him as well. And once he got that, I don't know whether you've seen it on the Super League social media, but you could see Danny Walker celebrating before he even got to the line. He knew that Ashton had gone.
Yeah, it was a really nice try. Like that's the Ashton we missed. When we were playing against Leeds 2 weeks ago, we were behind, and I kept on saying to my mates, this sniffs of a Ashton intercept full length, but unfortunately it didn't come off. But it was nice to see him. Nice to see him back at, let's say, not as fast as he would like, because he didn't really need to. No one was chasing him, but it was nice to see him fit again.
What was the moments within the league game that stood out for you that said, yeah, this is what Warrington are doing, this is where they're going, this is how they're doing it?
I know like loads of people who obviously might slate me here, but I said it, this is how we'd win the Leeds game. Marc Sneyd, the kicking game was just different, and he just completed the sets well. Like as we saw, first attack we scored from a Sneyd kick.
Yeah.
Like we don't need to say anything more than that.
No, and also, I mean, James Bentley back into the squad, obviously for the absence of Tanganoa, but James Bentley comes back into the squad, didn't put a foot wrong, showed what he can do in a Warrington shirt, and it was nice to see him every tackle he made, and he really put his blood to water.
Yeah, I think he was a good replacement for Tanganoa this week. He tackled hard, he ran hard, and yeah, he was a perfect replacement.
And justifying the selection, Ewan Irwin played against Leeds. Okay, didn't have the greatest of games. Sam Burgess said after the Leeds game, he's going to make mistakes. He's only young. Justifiable bringing Marc Sneyd back?
Yeah, I think so. You need, as I said in the Leeds game, you need a bit of experience in that back line, and although obviously Ewan Irwin's going to get that experience, I don't think he's going to get it yet. I think we need to just gel him in, as Sam Burgess said last week. We don't need to overexpose him, but I feel like he did against Leeds, and we need to push him out when the time's right, if you get me.
Yeah, and I think maybe playing against the Leeds, although he did play against Saints last year, briefly,
yeah,
in the Super League, but
the game was done then.
Yeah,
it's not really a challenge when we're 30 odd points up.
And to be honest, going back to Leeds, he didn't do a lot wrong, Ewan Irwin. No. He just needs that little bit more game time, needs that little bit more experience.
As we keep saying the word experience, that's all it was. Obviously we know from the first half he got a 40-20. He did very well, but then obviously as mistakes kept on creeping in the game, obviously he ran behind the players on obstruction. I think all the limelight was on him a little bit, and that wasn't a fair assessment, I'd say.
No, it's not. I think there's a lot more to Ewan Irwin's game, and you've got to be prepared. It's like Kai Taylor-Ray. You've got to be prepared for the players to make mistakes. They are young guys. You can't expect them to be Billy Slater and Nathan Cleary overnight. It's going to take time. It's going to take a bit of moulding, a bit of pressure. I read during the week as well, this is the sort of guy Marc Sneyd is. Burgess said he'd give him the week off.
Yeah.
And Sneyd's phoning Burgess up and going, can I play in the reserves?
Yeah. So, yeah, that just says Marc Sneyd all over, I think. There was a few rumours, obviously, I photographed at Salford. There was a few rumours floating around at Salford saying, oh, is he coming back to Salford? Is he coming back to Salford? No, he's not coming back to Salford. But...
And if you want to watch Adam in action, by the way, I've watched this. Go onto the Salford social media and the day in the life of Adam being a photographer for Salford Reds. It's quite interesting, actually, to look how a sports photographer actually goes about the business, does the job, and shows what they can do.
It is pretty interesting. Obviously, people just think you go to a game and that's it. Do you know what I mean? But there's so, as Rob would know, being in radio, there's so much preparation. What goes into it, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, all the years I spent in the tunnel when I was working at Warrington as well, you can see the prep with things going on, and that's not just the coaching staff, that's the admin staff. All your match day is sort of built during the week.
Yeah.
And it has to like click into place so it looks seamless when fans come into the stadium. But there's all that preparation, and I know also from doing pre-match entertainment, semi-finals and stuff, the prep that goes into it before the fans even get there.
It's bonkers, as we've just said. Like, we think just fans just think they turn up and that's it. But the amount of preparation behind the scenes, like the time zone, and like they come out at this time and then they've got to go in by a certain time. The referees do the coins. It's crazy. It's crazy.
And as a photographer,
yeah,
you've got to get those shots that matter.
Yeah,
and it's not just shots that go onto social media. It's these shots that bringing the game to life.
Yeah, absolutely.
They want to bring people into the.
Yeah,
it's about that two-way thing is showing, and it's also capturing the moments that matter. Salford have had a tough time, and right now you can capture the progression.
Yeah, although they're having like dark days, as any club was. Like, we were in a bit of a different situation to Salford last year, but. Like I always say, and my friends get annoying with it, I just say trust the process. And people get annoyed when I say that, but you've got to trust it. You've
got to, and it can't be. Look, I'll take Hull KR as an example because it's the best example I can give. Hull KR over many years have built up to winning.
Yeah.
A grand final, a Challenge Cup final.
Yeah. As we don't forget, they got relegated a few years ago.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean. They were bang average, mid-table team. They've worked up. Look at the resurgence of Wakefield.
Yeah, absolutely. There we go.
And we're going on into other places at the moment, but it's just to highlight where you're going as players. And I mean, going back to what Warrington are doing, I know we're only 2 months in, but there's a profound difference, and the difference to me is pretty obvious. And you can see it after each try that was scored last week. Every single player and every single member of the coaching staff that's allowed on the pitch were in that huddle.
Yeah,
that is the difference.
Yeah, we hadn't seen that for a while. I think my dad picked up on that actually. He said, "Look at them all, look at them all." I was like, "What's up with them?" And he was like, "They're actually talking to each other." And that's what we want. We want players, as I've spoke to Rob in the week, there's like players going out for like meals and stuff, and that's how you build a winning mentality, like building that team.
You can see that. Do you think, I mean, Warrington fans are all buzzing, the town was buzzing on Saturday, people who don't even watch rugby are like, oh, Warrington top at league, this, that, oh, good win for Warrington. Don't think the players are going to be too reading between the lines, reading what Sam Burgess has said. He said, like, we're not really looking. Yeah. He said we're looking to go better each week, and that's good mentality. Because if you start thinking, oh yeah, we're top, you take your foot off the pedal and things go down the drain sort of thing.
Yeah, I was like a little kid at Christmas on Saturday, not gonna lie. When I saw that, I was like, yeah, top of the league. I was actually really, really happy. But like Sam Burgess said, like, you can't get ahead of yourself. You've got to keep your feet on the ground. You've got to keep playing week in, week out. You can't get ahead of yourselves because, as you've just mentioned there, Rob, you just can't. As that it was what the hope will kill you, as they say.
But you've got to go game to game, and what I'm going to do next week, I'm going to have a look at the top 5 teams, and I'm going to have a look at what 4 games they've got in April, just to give people an idea of who's playing who. I mean, some of the top 4 and 5 will be playing each other in that period, so it's going to give an overall idea of what each team is going to face. So I'm going to sit down at some point when I've got 5 or 10 minutes this week.
Yeah, that's fine.
And put the 40 like. So Warrington's April consists of Leigh in the Challenge Cup, Catalan away, Wigan at home, and I'm going to say Huddersfield away because it's the 2nd of May, so it's still within the time period. So what I will do is I will look at other fixtures around us, so other teams around us, find out what their schedules are looking like. So the table could be ebb and flow. Sort of.
I was saying last night, I think obviously Hull KR, like, obviously we can all laugh at them and joke with them, but they are going to come back. They are going to come back. And I said last night to my family, I said, like, I think the top 6 bar Hull KR, obviously Hull KR will be in the mix. I think that top 5 will stay the way it is now all year round. Obviously it's going to fluctuate between positions. Warrington won't stay top forever, so don't get excited, Warrington fans. It's not going to be there forever, but as we've just mentioned then, the season ends after 27 rounds. It doesn't end after 7 rounds.
It doesn't, and we've had some breaking news this morning. Now, it started off concerning Hull FC, where John Cartwright is announcing that he's to leave Hull FC at the end of the 2026 season. So, standard thing, coaches leave. However, it now affects Warrington.
Yeah.
As Hull FC's local paper and a few other rugby league outlets are now reporting that Steve McNamara is the man to take over at Hull FC.
Yeah, we talked about it in the other week in the podcast, didn't we? You know, and I've asked on Facebook. I know a lady, I think you know, her name's Barbara Miller. Barbara, if you are listening, thank you very much for listening.
Yeah, absolutely.
She's she's I don't know what she said.
So I'll put a full quote because she'll laugh at this. She says, "If I knew how to send a voice note, Adam, I would." It's right, Barbara, I will teach you. Next time we are sat together at the rugby, I will teach you how to use the voice notes. However, I find rumours around Hull FC's interest in McNamara troubling. Just when it seems everything at Warrington is getting on track with some positive, exciting playing and excellent results, it's all possibly going pear-shaped. I do hope not.
She's spot on. I'd say she's spot on. We've got that game. We've got that. Like, he's brought the culture back to the club. What's positive? He's done very well for the club, and as obviously I was there at a fans forum. Like, obviously pre-season we keep talking about it. He said he's dedicated to Warrington, but yeah, as we found out today, it doesn't seem to be true. But obviously it's rumours at the minute, but it does look like that he is going. But I think Barbara's spot on there. He's brought a positive vibe back to the club. We're playing good rugby. And I feel like, as we mentioned in a few podcasts ago, I feel like Burgess's light has gone out a bit because Steve Mack's there. I think Steve Mack has saved Burgess.
Yeah, absolutely. But he's come in and he's put a bit more structure into the way Warrington do things. Defence is a bit tighter. Defence was a lot tighter on
incredible
on Saturday. I mean, you could see the players working for each other, but that's the Steve McNamara effect. If you look at Catalan over the few years he was at Catalan, he produced Catalan's first Challenge Cup win against Warrington.
Yeah.
But they were the first French team to win a Challenge Cup, and that was down to Steve McNamara, and he was the first coach to take them to a grand final. So he's changed a lot of the culture in Warrington. We don't know what's going to happen.
No.
We can't predict it. They've got a fans forum tonight. Now, there's some exciting news supposedly coming out of this fans forum. In attendance is Ben Curry and Danny Walker, so you can make your own conclusions on that one.
Yeah.
That fans forum tonight, new player welfare officers there, it's going to be dominated by Steve McNamara going.
Yeah, I was going to go myself, but obviously now that that news has broke this afternoon, I don't think I'll feel like going. As you've just mentioned there, it's going to be highlighted by Steve Mac going. It's
going to be a complete domination of Steve McNamara going. Obviously, Hull need a change of direction.
Yeah.
And they may be looking at what Steve McNamara has already come in and put in at Warrington. He's also a Hull bloke.
Yeah.
So he probably fits sort of what they want.
Yeah.
And it's going to be interesting to see what goes on in the next few weeks. But my biggest worry is, I don't think it'll happen because I think the players are uber focused. But will the players lose the focus because there's this talk about?
I don't think they will. Obviously, if it was Burgess, I would have said yeah, probably.
I don't even think they would if it was Burgess. I think they've got a job to do at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But what you can't do is all this outside noise.
Yeah.
Because it's outside noise at the end of the day. You don't want it to creep into your playing, because when coaches tend to say they're leaving at the end of the season and then a rumour is someone else's coach is coming in, it can
just focus.
It upsets your balance.
Yeah.
In any sport, whether you're Manchester United, whether you're Warrington, whether you're Everton, whoever you are,
yeah,
it's always going to change your balance.
Yeah, as we saw last year, like I think it was when Paul Vaughan announced he was leaving, everyone, just like the players gave up in a way.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it was just like, we're not playing anymore. Like, Paul's going, let's give up. But we, like, if the rumours are true, obviously Steve Mac, it's next year. We've got to focus on this year, and we've got to keep our heads going. Obviously, he's still a Warrington coach for this year. He's not leaving until the end of the season, so I think we've got to just get it out of our heads that he's going. Yeah. And just focus on this year.
Well, according to Garni, he's contracted for 2 years as well. So
yeah, Warrington should be offered something for that.
Apparently he's been allowed to make a formal approach for him. So we'll just see in the next few weeks and months. But he can't
distract the players.
No, he can't be a distraction. Can't be a distraction for the players. Players have got to focus on the week to week, the Challenge Cup, Super League. They've got to focus on the week to week grind because we're not in October yet.
No.
We can't worry about 2027 yet.
No.
We've got to keep focusing.
Week in, week out.
Did you watch a lot of Super League this weekend?
So funnily enough, I was at the Good Friday game, Wigan and St Helens. What an incredible game that was.
Yeah, it was proper weird, wasn't it?
I managed to get a ticket for that one. That was a bit of a tasty. My first ever Good Friday game was a bit of a tasty one.
Now, you date a young lady from Wigan.
Yeah.
Is she panicking about the fact that Wigan lost that game so easily? And they were so far in front.
Yeah, the fans around me weren't very nice, let's just say. They were throwing the pints. There was a few throwing pints on the pitch, what I don't condone of.
No, absolutely not.
In the slightest way.
It's a game, end of the day.
Yeah, and what a waste of a pint. So, yeah.
Must have too much money. They could throw $5.50 like that.
Yeah, but no, I don't condone of that whatsoever. But a few fans were around me, and they were a bit like saying, obviously a bit shocked to be honest, and a few of them were scratching their head saying like, is another coach under pressure? Is Matt Pete under pressure? And
well, they lost to Huddersfield, they lost to Saints, they've gone back-to-back losses.
Yeah, and
if they lose in the Challenge Cup, I can see Matt Pete being under a little bit of pressure.
Yeah.
Because Wigan have a culture, we call it a culture, of winning.
Yeah, absolutely.
With a capital W.
Yeah, they obviously everyone was laughing and joking when they'd gone. I think it was like was it 28-14 up? I think it was something like that, and they were all laughing at it, all saying like
24-14 up. They were 10 ahead with 6 to go.
Yeah, and they were laughing, saying like, you've seen the Warriors now go home, and they were laughing and joking about it. And then obviously out comes Superman Bill Leyland. I think we've got the wrong Leyland. No offence to Ollie Leyland, but I think we've got the wrong Leyland brother. He steps up and Superman and wins them the game. But yeah, like all the fans were kicking off near me. They, obviously, like you've just said there, it's a winning mentality in the club, and Wigan, as we know, normally know how to see a game out, and they just fell apart.
Yeah, but I mean, you've got nobody's got a divine right in any sport or any situation to win at anything.
No.
Just look at the draw. That. How did you find the refereeing different to what you saw on Saturday? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is where this is one of my gripes.
Yeah. So obviously,
referee to referee, week to week. There doesn't seem to be that element of consistency. I think we've touched on this, haven't we?
Yeah, so obviously Wigan fans, they're not going to be happy with the result no matter what. Like,
no. They can't blame Tara Jones this week.
No, but they were blaming the ref a bit, and honestly, I could see some of the frustration. I think my girlfriend kind of fell out with me at one point because I said that Ethan Havard should have got a sin bin for his challenge.
You bought us some flowers afterwards.
Yeah. But no, I think even Havard should have got a sin bin for his challenge on, I think it was Darrell Clark. And there was a few St Helens players holding the ruck down, and obviously we've seen that given as a penalty before.
Yeah.
And I could see why Wigan fans were getting frustrated, because obviously they're not getting fast play of the balls.
No.
But obviously now as well, obviously Wigan, they've had an allegation of Brad O'Neill.
Spitting. Seen that.
So I think they're in a bit of trouble at the minute.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to take much though for them to turn a corner. But if I were Wigan fans, I'd be very wary going to Wakefield this week, because I mean Wakefield, they're another club that are resurgent at the moment. They're really starting to come into their own.
Yeah, Wigan need to win on Sunday to keep their season alive, I'd say.
Well,
obviously it's a trophy, do you know what I mean? But I think they've got to win on Sunday to keep their that winning Wigan status, as they say.
Yeah, they want to keep that. Now I don't know whether all teams go through blips and they're just going through a little bit of a blip, maybe. I don't know.
It's just always the way it happens when Bevan French and Jai Field's injured.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Well, Jai Field played on there.
Yeah. Did he? I thought he went missing. No.
You're going to be popular later when she hears that.
But no, Jai Field was back, but as my friends have said as well, Matt Pete has his favourites, and like another player, he's served well at the club. Like, I think Ben Westwood for us went at the right time.
Yeah.
Another player who I feel like, you know what, mate, you need to hang the boots up. Liam Farrell. Like, he's getting a few Wigan fans the other day were getting very frustrated with him. Making silly mistakes like knocking on the ball near the line. Yeah. And obviously, Didn't
he get an injury to Junior Nsemba as well?
Yes. So Nsemba, I think he went. Don't even know what happened. He got collided with someone, and then he had a bit of a dead leg, and then everyone was like, he's carrying on, and then about a few minutes later he went down and his leg went again. Yeah. So I don't know the ins and outs of that.
So they're gonna have a few struggles with injuries, and this is where they're gonna have to sort of now step up a little bit more.
Yeah.
And look at what they're doing. Whether they react on Sunday, whether they're going to be too strong for Wakefield, that's going to go either way. I think it's going to be quite a good game. Be fast-paced game that. Let's talk about Challenge Cup this weekend while we're rambling on like two old men at the moment. All we need is a couple of pints of mild and flat caps will be fine. Leigh preview, Challenge Cup, quarter-finals. Leigh are currently bottom of Super League. They've got a bit of catching up to do in the Super League table. Is this going to be their only shot at silverware?
Yeah. Unfortunately, if you're a Leigh fan, yeah, it is. Obviously, we know that they've been in previous semi-finals for the last 2 years. They've not got there. And, this is make or break for Leigh, I'd say.
I'm going to put this out there as well. He's another coach that'll be under pressure.
Absolutely.
If they lose again this week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Adrian Lamb will be out. Potentially out the door, maybe not. But
I don't think he'll be out the door, but
he'd be on his way out the door.
Yeah, the Leigh fans will not be taking it anymore. Obviously, you won against Leeds. Obviously, they only seem to win against Leeds. But yeah, no, he's another one who's a bit under pressure, I'd say. This is make or break this weekend for Leigh, but yeah, obviously they're getting players back this week. We didn't even have Luke Yates hanging over Taylor Ray on Saturday, and we looked phenomenal. And
Burgess confirmed that everybody bar Sipley, bar Jordan Crowther are back this weekend. Yeah. Who'd you pick?
The answers to I think was it Gus last week. Was it when he said about Fewless? Was it someone else?
Go on, I've slept since then.
Yeah.
Try and refresh my memory. I'm getting old, you know.
Yeah, remember that we still owe him he still owes us a pint and he still owes us shirts.
Yeah, I've not forgot that. No one's took me up on that, thankfully.
But no,
you do remind people, don't you?
Someone mentioned to you on the coach on the way back from
Russ,
not Gus. Gus and Russ about Fewless.
Fewless versus Taylor Ray.
Yeah,
who'd you pick?
Who'd you pick? Well, I think that answered for it.
Or would you give Fewless a week off?
I'd give Fewless a week off this week. I think he's been phenomenal as a fullback. He's played every game, obviously, this year. Sam Burgess admitted in his interview he picked up a few HIAs on Saturday, and just give him a rest. You know what I mean? Give Taylor Ray the game, and obviously, I know it's if I was Burgess, I'd throw Taylor Ray in the reserves again.
Maybe, yeah.
But no, I'd give Fewless a rest this week. And put Taylor Ray back fullback.
Yeah, it's a nice. I think Burgess alluded to this in his post-match press conference. It's a nice problem to have.
Yeah, headaches are horrible. I don't like headaches, but as you mentioned there, sorry to interrupt you, but it's a good headache to have. Yeah. As we've mentioned in many podcasts, we've got many players knocking on that door for a first team appearance. And I feel like obviously just give Fewless the week off.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's good that you can rotate the squad a little bit, and I think whoever you bring in, there's that transition.
Yeah.
So it's just that seamless transition, and I think that's what all the players have bought into this year, and I think it's good. I think you've got to find a place for James Bentley. Whether you find a place starting his second row, or you find a place on the bench for him, it's good to have a good solid player there.
Yeah.
He didn't give any penalties. I mean, people were criticising him. Oh, why have you signed James Bentley? Why have you done this? Sam knew what he was doing.
Yeah. As soon as we signed him, I'm not going to lie, I was one of them critics who was saying, why have we signed him? Obviously, his debut for Leeds, high tackle against Gareth Wood at Warrington, but I felt like Burgess is going to calm him right down, get his discipline in order, and he didn't put a foot wrong on Saturday.
And here's a stat for you. Lachlan Fitzgibbon last year spent more time off the field than James Bentley did.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
Yeah, so get James Bentley. He looks a lot, and I bet you any money as well. He was probably another one who phoned up Burgess and said, "I'll play in the reserves this week."
Yeah. Obviously, Friday night, moving change, Catalan and Saints.
Yeah.
Another tight tussle.
It's going to be a tough game. I wouldn't write Catalan off completely. I think Saints have got a slight advantage with it being at home. If it was in Catalan, I'd give Catalan the advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. I do a TikTok of predictions every week, and that's exactly what I said. I said, obviously, Saints coming back from a Good Friday win.
Yeah.
I was going to say Toronto then, jeez.
That's coming back in time.
Yeah, Catalan obviously beating Toulouse.
Yeah.
They've had two of them have had pretty, I literally used the word seasons so far. They've not been the best of forms, but I feel like obviously like that. I think is Staines for Catalan and obviously Sexton. They're quality players. Obviously Sexton's going to Perth Bears next year.
Yeah.
They're two class players, but yeah, as you mentioned there, Rob, Saints are at home, and I feel like this will go to the Saints.
Yeah. So Hull KR and York. Now, BBC have opted to go with this as one of their telly games on Saturday, and the reason they've gone for it is because York in round one beat Hull KR. Now, I've seen something this week that said York coach Mark Applegarth is struggling to put out 17 players.
Yeah, I think obviously, like you mentioned there, I think they've
take your boots.
Yeah, I might take my boots and get a game.
Be 18.
But yeah, as we've just mentioned there, Rob, I think they picked it on the TV for like an upset again. But I don't think it's going to happen, I'm afraid.
I know. If it's true that whether it's mind games by Mark Applegarth, but if they haven't got a full 17 to pick from,
it could be a horrible day for York fans.
It's going to be 40, 50 points plus. You're not going to... I would love to see an upset.
I think everyone would. But I don't see it happening.
I don't see it. Now, Warrington, Leigh, we've kind of touched on this.
Yeah.
Burgess touched on this as well. York. Leigh are going to be better than last week.
Yeah.
They're going to have players coming back. They're going to be They're going to be a different beast last week. Do you think it's Warrington that are going to go through to the semi-final?
Yeah, I think so. I think I've said before earlier in the podcast. I think obviously we didn't have our key players playing. Some of our key players playing last week, and obviously the likes of Luke Yates, Tanganoa, the informed props, and I think we'll just be too strong for them.
Yeah, we didn't even give Leigh a sniff, did we? No. I mean,
you said in the week, and I absolutely agree with you. I don't feel like Warrington have gone out of third gear yet.
No. They've got gears to go through. They're not dropping the performance levels. I mean, sometimes that has happened.
Yeah.
I think Warrington, once they hit top gear,
no one's going to stop him.
No, and the weather is favouring what Warrington can do. What Danny Walker can do from dummy half as well. Just gives that little bit of an edge. I would expect Leigh to be a bit more competitive.
Yeah.
But I think Warrington will have too much.
Yeah.
There's a lady I know, she was calling James Harrison fit to burn on at Leeds, but James Harrison was absolutely the man of the match on Saturday night.
Yeah, didn't he only make like 27? Was it 27 minutes or something? I don't know, but he made every tackle he saw.
He was top at tackling. There was all sorts of crazy stats. So
there's another rumour he's going to Hull FC next year as well.
Oh, is there? There's
floating around.
Yeah, to be honest, there's always going to be rumours that are moving around. All the time. It's this sort of year,
sport.
Isn't it? It's this sort of year. And last Challenge Cup, Wigan and Wakefield.
Yeah, we've already touched on this, I think.
Very briefly.
Yeah.
Wigan need a bit of redemption as they lost last week, so they need that little bit of redemption.
Yeah.
However, Wakefield are playing some good rugby at the moment, and they're really challenging teams.
Yeah, I see this one going to Wakefield. I don't know. I don't know what it is with Wigan, as we've touched on it. Obviously, you can't blame it on Bevan French and Jai Field. You can't blame it on that whatsoever. But yeah, as you mentioned there, I feel like Wakefield are playing good rugby.
I'm not criticising Wigan because they are a top club. Whether you like them or not, they are a top club.
Yeah.
But have they not recruited as well? this year.
I'd say, yeah. They did us in 2024.
Yeah.
They didn't. They thought our squad's good.
Enough.
Yeah, enough. And obviously, it doesn't seem to be. Obviously, I keep forgetting his name. Is it Oliver Wilson? Is it?
Yeah, Oliver Wilson.
They signed him from
Huddersfield.
He was another prop forward, obviously, because they sent Tyler Dupree out on loan to Toulouse. He got injured. They sent out Tom Forber, who's a Warrington lad, to Castleford, who I actually really rate. He's a really good player. They've sent him out loan to Castleford. But yeah,
They've got a player on loan at Hull as well. Name escapes me.
It's not Sam.
No, it's prop forward. He's on loan at Hull at the moment. He played last week.
Not sure.
Name escapes me. Hang on.
Sam Essay, is it?
No, Essay's come back to Wigan, hasn't he?
Yeah. Again, obviously, Wigan fans on Friday, they were frustrated that he didn't get game time on Friday.
Yeah, I mean, possibly Harvey Hill.
I think he's signed for them, you know.
Oh, is he signed for them?
Yeah, I think he's signed.
Yeah, well, he's another ex-Wigan player.
Yeah.
But I just wonder whether they've not recruited as well as they could have done.
No.
I mean, your girlfriend will probably have something to say about that.
No, she'll probably agree with you, to be honest. I think she's obviously we all have our like obviously debates with obviously having the debates with her. But yeah, I think she's spot on what obviously she'll be spot on what we've said. The recruitment's not been that good. Obviously, like we've said before, Wigan fans keep saying that Matty Pete's picking his favourites.
Yeah.
And he kind of is in a way. Like he's giving Farrell centre every week.
Yeah.
But it won't be long until Wardle's back.
But I mean, there's a lot of criticism over Wigan. I would still expect them to come good.
Yeah.
I don't think they'll come good this weekend. I think Wakefield will get through to the semi-final. Your 4 semi-finalists?
St Helens, Warrington. Who was it?
Hull KR.
Warrington. So St Helens, Warrington, Hull KR, and Wakefield.
Okay. I'm gonna say Catalan. I think they're gonna come. I don't know why. I've got a feeling they're just gonna come a little bit good this week, and they're gonna challenge Saints. Whichever way it's gonna go by 2. And I think the draw will be Hull KR, Wakefield, and Warrington versus Catalan or Saints.
Close.
That's what I'm thinking. What do you reckon the score will be at Warrington on for Saturday?
Oh, I think it's going to be 32-24 to Warrington.
Ooh, close as that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go 34-12. I think Warrington's defence will win it for us.
Okay.
Okay.
So if you've got any predictions, please let us know down below.
Oh yeah, any more comments, anything we can address, anything you see in the game that we don't pick up on Saturday, tell us, and we'll fire it off into next week's podcast.
Yeah.
But we don't preview Leigh next week.
Thank God. It felt like Groundhog Day.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so we'll see you guys in the next one where we're previewing. I think it is
Catalan's away.
Catalan away. Unfortunately, I'm not going.
I'm not going.
Fans.
I'm off to 70th birthday party in Barrow.
Oh. Do you know where I'd rather be? I'd be at the 70th birthday party in Barrow.
Absolutely.
But yeah, if you are going Catalan, obviously we'll speak next week. But if you are going, hope you have a safe journey there, and we'll see you guys in the next podcast.
Yep, thank you very much.